Hi Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart.
And it looks quite a forward-moving phase for you, a kind of progressive phase. Friendships are going to be highlighted, but also group affinities and involvements are going to be highlighted as well, I think, for some of you. And you could also get the chance to do something that's been in the back of your mind, or you've been just waiting to do for a very long time. So that's good news. The governing factor this month, in fact, is, not what you know so much as who you know, especially up till the 18th, and how well you and they can cooperate together for some kind of common aim. So overall, you're into this very sociable and generally friendly vibration where business-type collaborations, maybe in a social kind of get-together sort of context, feels quite friendly. Also teamwork of various kinds, whether that's in your personal life or your professional life. All of these are going to be emphasized. But also there's this forward movement here, this feeling as though you'll be able to start getting busy with whatever it is you wanted to be getting busy with. So maybe it's just in the theoretical stage, or maybe it's not. Also, it's the time when the collective mind is amplified. So those of you that are into meditation or healing groups or circles or anything like that, this is going to be a very good time for you to really gather with others in that sort of a way, and with the many minds in unison bring about change for good, I guess I could say, because actually where the sun is just now and where it is at this time every single year is in an area to do with social change, social reform, raising awareness on certain issues, maybe, and it's humanitarian and it's altruistic as well. So for those of you who are interested in that aspect of where the sun is at the moment, there it is for you. And now just to get back to the kind of middle way here, so all of this collective mind energy is going to be amplified, and it's likely to be sometimes unexpected or unusual influences around. Again, that's the nature of where the sun is at the moment. Until the 14th, friends, new friends, old friends, acquaintances are likely to be interesting and may open the way up to new experiences for you, or you may open the way up to new experiences for them. Whether that's in the personal, professional sphere, and some of this may be quite lucrative for you as well. There could be a sort of a money angle to all of this. And then from mid-month, when Venus moves, you're more inclined to keep your feelings to yourself, keep your counsel in certain situations with certain people. It's not necessarily negative or bad. It's just that you draw inwards a little bit with your feelings. You protect your feelings a little bit more from there onwards. You keep quiet. You're just holding your cards close to your chest. You and someone could be working, again, like I say, for this common cause, common aim, you and others. And putting maybe time for yourselves on the back burner, or just grabbing a moment here or there. That might be the way it's panning out. And because you need to make yourselves available for something that you consider to be more important, or for some overarching kind of project. And a love relationship or a friendship, however, could be blossoming very nicely in a low-key way, behind the scenes, or just in your own heart, or physically in a retreat type or sanctuary type space, or Maybe that's not inside, maybe it's outside, in special sacred places in nature, or ones that you feel are that way too, because you can drink deep of this nurturing beauty at the moment from nature, or from going to those places, touching base with those places which are, sacred to you. Now, there's a lot of mental energy this month, but that's actually working in a very behind-the-scenes way. By that I mean it's kind of subconscious, so you'll be getting instruction and ideas from dreams, maybe, or daydreams as well, or meditation, or just listening to that famous gut of yours and really listen to it, because it's working well for you. And it might mean that things aren't altogether clear, logically, rationally, but you get the sense, and from the 25th, then you'll start to get the clarity coming in. So it's best to trust that there is support coming, maybe from unseen realms and unseen hands, and all you've got to do is hold that faith, hold that intention, hold that vision, however you want to see it, and be steady with that faith, that vision, that intention, the dream of how you'd like it to be, and follow that tuggy string, which might not make mind sense, but on the grander scale of things, makes absolute sense. Now, before the 18th, Mars has you putting lots of physical energy into quite adventurous projects or expeditions or explorations, or maybe they're just not physical. Maybe it's more you want to be the student, you want to learn, you want to lecture, you want to share your knowledge, but it feels quite physically active for some reason. So maybe this is manifesting for some of you as more travel, and having to be very busy with that, connecting with foreign cultures, or those at a distance, personally, physically, or maybe it's just over the wires, and you're just kind of on a bit of there's a lot of demand on you for that. Or you're just connecting with people in faraway places. This position of Mars can also translate as you getting into higher education, even having a brush with, the law or legal matters. It might be on a very, very minor, knowing what your rights are on something, or, when your road tax expires or something like that, to something a little bit more. And generally communications over a wider area, so that can be physical or mental. But on another level, this position of Mars, which is about mental and physical expansion for you, and it's been actually in there, this position of Mars can open your eyes to higher laws, higher education, higher teachings, even a different reality, a different perspective